really quick, I did want to say this as well. Thank you so much to all of my new subscribers and everything like that as well. I've had a really massive influx of people over the last little while, over the last week or two, and that's very exciting. I'm super stoked. Thank you guys so much for all of the love and support, and I'm very, very happy that I get to do this. This is something that I have been wanting to do for years, and this was something that my spirit guides also pushed me to do. So thank you so much, you guys. This means the world to me. It really, really does. And I'm very excited as well that a lot of you have really liked my videos, things like that. I love hearing from you guys. You can always message me on Instagram. I'm totally fine with that. Facebook, whatever you want to do. All of my links are going to be in the description box. I love hearing from you guys. Like the video, subscribe. Definitely let your friends know that, this is what I do. I do readings and things. But definitely thank you guys so much. I don't know how to thank you guys. I'm definitely in the works because I'm almost to 500 subscribers, kind of. So, once I reach 500 subscribers, I'm really thinking about doing some kind of giveaway or something like that. So definitely let me know what you guys think about that. But I love hearing from you guys. Like the video, comment, everything like that. I absolutely love this, and definitely let me know what you guys think. And like I said, I'm thinking about around 500 subscribers or so. I'm probably going to be doing some kind of giveaway. I'm not 100% sure yet. I think I want to give away like a tarot deck or something like that, or maybe a couple of them. I'm not 100% sure. I'm still thinking about that. I just started thinking about that the last week. But definitely throw some ideas out there. And then now we're going to get to the actual intro and the actual video. But thank you guys so much. Hello everybody. This is another pick a card reading. It's been a hot minute since I've done a career-based reading, so that's what this one's going to be, based on your career, anything coming up for you, monetary, career, job-wise type of situation. So we're going to be seeing what's coming up in for that. So just a little bit of a heads up as well. I don't know if I actually said this specifically for my YouTube, but I did finally get my website set up. So if you guys wanted to check out the website that I have for my oils and my candles and everything like that, and then I will be posting spell jars and sachets and things like that as well, little charm bags. Then definitely check out the description box. My link is going to be in there for my website. Just wanted to throw that out there because I couldn't remember if I said anything about that. But back to the reading, we have pile number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pile number 1 has this little blue-green stone. I don't remember what exactly this is. I want to say it's azurite, but don't quote me on that. Pile number 2 actually has unakite. Pile number 3 has a green variety of bloodstone. And then pile number 4 has amazonite or amazonite. I always say amazonite and people make fun of me for it, so bleh, whatever. But I'm going to be doing something slightly different. I'm going to be rolling the lucky dice, and then we're going to be doing a pendulum. So a yes or no type of question for the pendulum specifically, and whether or not you're going to get it, get the job or whatever it is, more money coming in. However you want to ask that is how we're going to be doing the pendulum at the end of each pile. So if you've never done a pick a card reading, they are very, very simple. Just go ahead and whichever pile you were the most drawn to, they are obviously, uniform except for the chosen crystals for each pile. If you're drawn to a specific crystal or a specific pile number, then definitely go ahead, and the description box is going to have each one for that as well. So we're going to be seeing, I even brought out my little miniature bamboo plant for this because I really wanted to have just a tiny plant in the frame, and then also just it's bamboo. So, throwing in some lucky bamboo. We have some jade sitting over here, and we're going to be seeing what we have for y'all's pick a cards for your career. Like I said, money, career, however you want to look at that. We're going to be we're going to be starting with pile number 1. Hello, group number 1. If this is the one that you picked based on pile number 1, or if you were drawn to the, like I said, I think this is azurite, but this is blue, gray, green kind of stone. I really like this one. It's a combination of tier 3, but I don't remember exactly what. That's my bad. But we're going to be rolling the lucky dice, doing a pendulum, and then I'm also going to be doing a draw. I forgot to talk about this, but we're going to be doing a draw from my Peculiar Fragments deck to see what else will pop up for career. So if I can get this, we're going to be starting with your tarot per usual. First one we have is the Knight of Cups. The next one is the Nine of Cups. 8 of Cups. Okay, so a lot of cups. What's going on? We have the Six of Wands. Oops, come back here. And we have the Eight of Swords. Okay. Group number 1, you have a lot going on. My goodness. So there's quite a few things happening for you. We're going to start over here, of course, with the Knight of Cups and the Nine of Cups. So I feel like the Nine of Cups is like all your wishes coming true, basically. So with this, it's very interesting. So the Knight of Cups, I feel like, is being, I feel like whatever it is career-wise is something that you're very invested in. You're attached to it, whatever it is, whether it's specifically something that you've gone to school for, that you're very passionate about, or whatever that would be. I feel like you're just very invested in your career and this path that you've chosen basically for this, essentially. And then over here with the Nine of Cups, I feel like it's, like I said, that investment, that wishes coming true, things like that. I feel naked. I gotta put my ring on. But we're gonna be like, there's definitely a lot of investment going on with this. You're definitely moving towards something, especially because the Eight of Cups is talking about moving away, like you're emotionally moving away or towards something. We see this little snake kind of winding through all of these cups and going towards something else, something better, kind of like greener pastures in a way. So I feel like this is definitely an advancement, especially because over here we have the Six of Wands as well. So the Six of Wands is talking about being recognized for your hard work, your success, everything. You're being praised for whatever it is that you've been working your butt off for, essentially. And then with this Eight of Swords, I feel like this one is talking about your anxiety, everything that you're feeling, whatever it is, your fear that whatever it is isn't going to work, that things aren't going to go the way that they should or the way that you want them to. The Eight of Swords comes up into play to let you know that it's going to be okay. Things are going to be, rolling as they need to type of situation. And the Eight of Swords is you're able to really get out of this. We see these swords surrounding this woman here, but there's nothing in the front. Even though there's these rats and things like that, it's like, don't let the rats get you down. These rats are trying to mess with you. They're screwing with you. They're making you feel anxious, but you have the power and ability to get out of this crapola situation that you feel like you're in. Okay. Let's see what else we've got popping up for you. I feel this is good. Like I said, this one pops up because it's like, I feel like for some of you, you might like start seeing success. You're like, oh, this is great. You're being recognized. And then new opportunities arise and you're like, oh crap, I can't do that. So you kind of like almost self-sabotage yourself for some of you. Don't do that. The next one we have is the compass. Compass is really all about, things popping up. We have 50, so, between 0 to 100, essentially 50, you're halfway there. The compass is coming in, you are being directed by your guides, and they're trying to help you figure out where it is that you need to go, but they're also letting you know, specifically, that you do have the power to figure out what you need to do as well. You are not powerless. You can figure things out, not completely alone, like you're not completely alone, but you can figure things out for yourself just as well as they are trying to direct you towards wherever it is you need to go. The next one is coming to life. So like I said, I feel like there's something definitely coming up. There's a lot popping up for you that's going to be, something starting. There's something coming to life. There is a new beginning in a way towards whatever it is that you are wanting to do. This is all kinds of crooked. This is going to drive me bonkers. But I feel like there's definitely a lot popping up for you that's going to be kind of a test of your determination in a way, which could be why that Eight of Swords is there. It's really coming up for you, really letting you know that things are starting. You're, like I said, whether it's graduating or whatever have you, things are starting, things are really moving forward, things are really kicking up for you, which is good. It's exciting. The next two that we have here are going to be spirit guide messages specifically. So we have the Bat Spirit, a rebirth is assured. I just love bats in general, so I'm just stoked that this card came out, just period. But this card is all about exactly that. Like I said, a rebirth, something coming to life, something popping up for you that's going to just really make you super excited in a way, because there's just going to be something coming up that, get this in frame, that you didn't really realize would happen in a way, I guess, because you're, like I said, so focused on something that you feel like you can't do, but you need to be recognized. You also need to recognize yourself for the success that you've done in the past as well. So I feel like your career advances, things are exactly going to do that. Advance. Things are going to be popping up for you, new opportunities, things like that. The next one we have is the cow spirit. The miracles are endless. So there's a lot that's happening. There's a lot of growth. I love how there's like so many flowers surrounding this little cow, because there's just going to be so much growth for you. There's so much abundance. Something's going to be popping up for you that's just going to be one thing after the other. And it's going to be a lot of growth for you. That's the word that I keep hearing so loud for you. Growth, growth, growth. Things growing, changing, moving forward, moving on. Things are just going to be popping up for you with this Nine of Cups. Like I said, this is the wish card. Things are moving on. You're moving to greener pastures type of situation. The next two cards we have is the throat chakra with express your truth. Expressing your truth really does come into play for a lot of people, especially when you're trying to advance your career, because you want to be open, you want to be honest, you don't want to be a schmuck. So this is really coming into play to let you know that when you have an idea, whatever that is, for yourself, for your job, however you want to look at that, to really talk about it. That way you can, advance your career, work on things, make sure that whatever it is you're wanting to do, you can do that. Does that make sense? Awakened Awareness is your next one, and I love this one because this does remind me a lot about the dragon. Did these two cards pop up in the exact same reading before? I feel like they did. Okay. Well, so Awakened Awareness, some of you might have gotten this card in a previous reading as well, and I feel like that's what it exactly is. There's a lot of you that's awakening, and there's a lot that's popping up for you that's really going to be just one thing after the other. If I can get that card there. There's going to be a lot of things one after the other that's just popping up. Things are happening. Things are changing. Things are just really moving on in a really great direction for you, which is exciting. The next two cards we have here, Dark Night of the Soul with Life Brings New Meaning. And I really feel like this is, again, like a rebirth, new meaning, new light. Things are popping up. You're reaching towards that light. You're reaching towards these new opportunities and these new changes, in a way, is something that popped up for that. And this next one here, Divine Will, Let Go of Fear. So a lot of people are a little scared, potentially. There's some people that are going to be a little bit more paranoid. I don't want to do this because it scares me. Again, the Eight of Swords, fear mongering in a way kind of popping up for you. I feel like you just need to let it go. There's things that you're needing to really pay attention to in a way. Your spiritual message is your lighthouse guides you home to the stars. So I really feel like this is all about, your light specifically, divine light, dark night of the soul type of situation, divine will rather. So there's a lot coming up for you that's going to be talking about, pretty soon you're going to start to notice how much light you really have, how much light you have inside of you, how much potential, how much success. There's a lot within you specifically that you might not realize is out there or is hiding within you in a way, and you're going to start to notice here fairly soon. I'm feeling probably within the next couple of months or so, you're going to start to notice things really pop up. So we're going to be shuffling through my Peculiar Fragments Oracle deck and see what we can throw out for group number 1 for their career. This is upside down. So, timepiece. Determination and time are your friends. There is no need to rush. All comes in due time. So I feel like it's a situation where, you might be freaking out because things are either happening too fast or not happening as fast as you want them to. But just breathe. Know that things are happening. Things are good. You're going to be okay. Things are things are transitioning as they need to, because that's just what's happening for you right now. So you really need to just let it roll. I don't want a whole deck. I can get one more card for group number 1. That one. And we have the old key. The key to success and power is in your hands. Unlock the knowledge to your potential. Like I was saying, you have the key. You are the key. You are exactly where you need to be, how you need to be at that given point in your time, basically. So, I think I want to do the pendulum first. I never included a pendulum in my YouTube videos. So this is going to be a little interesting. So we're going to be holding this like so. And so for group number 1, I want you to think very, very hard. I want you to think very intentionally about whatever it is you're wanting to do. Whatever question it is in your mind, I want you to think about it. And really think hard. So what can we get for group number 1? And the tiniest little bit of wiggling that I'm doing is really not going to actually affect the pendulum. You see the tiniest little movements that it does, but what can we get for group number 1? The career advancements that they are seeing. I feel like it's going to be within the next 3 months that it's going to be popping up. What can we get for group number 1? So spinning is thinking, essentially. I love how it's actually, on camera it's really not, but I mean in reality it's not above the timepiece card, but for this it is, so that's kind of cool, for this angle. So within, yeah, okay. So we have a yes for whatever it was that you guys were asking. I'm going to ask something a little bit more specific for those of you that might not have been able to really come up with something. So for the 3 months, I'm feeling like 3 months is just screaming at me right now. So for group number 1, the 3 months gauge that I am feeling is that what's the time frame that's going to be happening for them by the time their career starts advancing. Okay, so there we go. We have another yes. So the career advancing that you guys are going to be going through is going to be happening probably within the next 3 months. It could be 3 months that you're going to be noticing some synchronicities. It could be 3 months that you start to notice things really start to kick up. But there's definitely a 3-month mark popping in for you guys. So there's definitely something within that as well. And then we're going to be rolling the lucky dice to see what kind of number specifically is going to be popping up for you. If there's anything. 2. Okay. So 2 could be just, you know, that number specifically of within you, I feel like there's going to be you and one of your guides really working their butts off to make sure that things start happening for you as well. But then, of course, that 2, like I said, within 3 months, maybe at that 2-month mark, by the time that you're watching this, it's going to be really kicking up into gear for you. There's definitely a lot happening. There's a lot of movement. There's things that are moving in for you that's going to be really exciting and very great. And I'm very excited for you, group number 1. Career advances are on the way for you. Good career advances. And until next time, y'all, this is what I have for you. And know yourself and know your power. Bye. Hello, group number 2. If this is the one you picked because you were drawn to pile number 2, or if you did want the Untitled stone to be your chosen one, then this is going to be your career reading, your money reading, however you want to look at that. So I forgot to say this at the beginning. I am going to be drawing a couple of cards from my Peculiar Fragment deck, and then we're going to be rolling this, and then, of course, the pendulum as well. So we're going to be starting with your tarot cards. We have 5 of them. Oops. Oh, okay. So the first one, did I miss a card? I did miss a card. Okay. So the first one we have here is the Magician in reverse. The second one we have here is the 10 of Wands in reverse. Then we have the 7 of Swords. Try not to get a glare on these, I'm sorry, you guys. We have the 10 of Cups. And then we have the 6 of Swords as well. So I feel like this is kind of a little up and down, but also it's one of those moments with the Magician and 10 of Wands being reversed. I feel like with the Magician, it's like you're not quite done yet. There's a lot of work that you still have to do, but you also need to recognize your own power as well. You're kind of, letting other people make decisions for you, however that goes. When the Ten of Wands is in reverse, when it comes to your work, it's like there's a lot that you're still working on that still needs to be worked on currently, whatever that is. Seven of Swords. This one, I feel like you're either being sneaky or you're just being deceitful within yourself. I feel like this whole thing, obviously this is about you. This is not anyone at work being deceitful. If it is for some of you, that bites. But since we do have the Ten of Cups and Six of Swords, I feel like with the Ten of Cups especially, it's kind of like stop self-sabotaging yourself. This right here with the Magician and the Seven of Swords, this like this, I feel like is because you are self-sabotaging yourself. You don't believe in yourself, whatever it is. You're kind of sitting there telling yourself, I can't do it, or it's too hard, or you're terrified of the outcome, therefore you're just not doing whatever it is you need to do. We do have this Ten of Cups. There is going to be a great, happy ending moment. We have this, happy, ecstatic little wolf family here. They are deliriously happy. We got the babies playing, we have all of this going on. And we have the Six of Swords. So I feel like there's going to be an advancement for you that's coming in, but it's going to be something where you need to do something specifically. And maybe that's what's going on here with this Seven of Swords, is that you are not happy in your situation. So to move into your happiness, you need to leave something behind. So for some of you, that could be moving on with a brand new career, or however you want to look at that. But I feel like there's something that you need to leave behind in order to move on and advance yourself. The next two cards we have here are the Peaks of Joy. Peaks of Joy is popping up when it's like, you specifically are, we have 3-3 here even. It's like you specifically are taking control. You specifically are the person that is like, in control of your destiny, your life, your decisions, choices, wishes, dreams, desires, all of that. You specifically are the one that is like, I can do this. You are moving into this Ten of Cups. And I feel like that's what that is you're trying to move into that Ten of Cups. That way you're able to really, advance yourself and everything like that as well. With here we have listening. Gosh, I love this card. It's so pretty. So listening, this is listening to your guides, listening to yourself as well. Like I said, stop self-sabotaging. There's still work that you need to have done. There's still work that you're currently, how do I say this? On the course that you're on right now, on the path that you're on right now, there's still some work that you're needing to accomplish, but you're kind of like, oh, I can't do it. It's too hard, whatever it is. And I feel like you're needing to move on to that. You're needing to move on to, I can do it, I've got this. Move on to better things, new horizons, however you want to look at that. So with this listening part, it's like listening to yourself, listening to your guides, paying attention when you get messages and dreams, however that is, just really listening to these messages that are around you. If I can get this card out. Okay. Your next two that we have here, we have the Starfish Spirits, open to infinite possibility. So when the starfish pops up, that's quite literally what it is. You are needing to open yourself up to the possibility of change and growth and new beginnings and things. You are a little bit closed off, like I said, a little self-sabotage. So you're needing to move out of that headspace because there's so much amazingness on the horizon. You're just not that enthusiastic about it right now, but you really need to be. Next one here, we have the Brown Bear Spirit with take time out. So take time out to be more yourself. Take time out to really understand where you want to go. Make a pros and cons list, whatever that is. Understand that when things are coming up for you, it's because your guides know that you're going to be okay. Your guides know how you work in a way. They're really going to understand that you have the power to make things happen. And some of you are kind of like, no, I don't. It's fine. I'll just be here. But your guides are testing you a little bit to be like, hey, I know you can do this. You hit a little bit of a speed bump, but I know that you're able to get over it. And that's why a lot of things get thrown at us, is because our spirit guides are like, hey, you can do this. You're fine. Even though it kind of sucks sometimes. So the next two cards we have is healing. There's some healing that you need to do. Like I said, that self-sabotage, that I can't do it mentality that you have. This is really moving on from that, really working on healing yourself in a multitude of different ways, because I feel like for some of you, you're just not that confident within yourself, and you need to be. You are amazing, you are strong, you're powerful, whatever it is, and you're able to really move on and make things happen and make changes in your life. You really need to just take the bull by the horns. The next one we have is Our Ancient Future. So Our Ancient Future is kind of like a little karmic lesson type situation, but it's also moving on with things. We have this yin and yang, these goldfish, I think, with this like telepathic wave going on and things like that. All of the colors. So really what I'm seeing with this, especially because this is all of the colors as well, like that chakra aligning situation. So I feel like for this, Our Ancient Future, you're really needing to, again, listen to your guides, but how do I put this into words? Our Ancient Future. You have to listen to your guides, but also listen to yourself as well. Because a lot of times people don't want to move forward until they get a direct message from their guides, and that kind of is unintentional self-sabotaging behavior, because our guides do sometimes go quiet when they want us to do something, and they don't want us constantly asking for help and reassurance and everything like that. So they want us to advance ourselves, because they know we can do it, but they want us to know that we can do it as well. So I feel like for you guys, it's going to be a little bit more of a moment of getting in the headspace of, I've got this. When it comes to your career, I feel like you guys are very creative. We have the wands and the cups. So I feel like you guys are very creative. And then we, of course, have the magician, and then the healing, everything. So I feel like you guys are a very creative group in general, whether that's being an actual artist or something like that. I feel like that can also be where the self-sabotaging behavior comes into play, is a lot of the times artists are like, I can't do it because there's 85 billion artists in this world, and how is anyone going to ever see my artwork type of situation. So really advancing yourself, putting yourself out there, being diligent, and getting out of that self-sabotaging behavior is really going to help you. These next two cards here, we have Awakened Spirit with Desire to Change. What was I just talking about? Change, moving things forward, not being so stuck on the past and moving towards your future. Because, again, Our Ancient Future, there's a lot that you are needing to recognize within yourself that you're kind of not really wanting to, in a way. You're kind of like, oh, it's fine type situation, but you really need to move forward. Galactic Healer, move forward with an open mind. Healing Our Ancient Future. Okay, for some of you, So I feel like for some of you, the reason that you feel like you're not being recognized or whatever it is because you're in this profession. You are in the spiritual world in one way or another. That's a lot of the times why you're like needing to get out of this self-sabotaging behavior and work on healing and everything like that as well, because I feel like for some of you, you're psychic, or you're trying to make psychic predictions and things like that. You're trying to make this situation, reading cards, working with your spiritual gifts, whatever that is, a lot of you are trying to make that your actual profession, and you're feeling like you're getting lost in the crowd, so you're needing to work on something, find something that works for you specifically. And I'm not talking about like, creating a brand for yourself. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about listening to yourself, listening to your guides, and things are going to really roll as they come in, so to speak. Things are going to happen when they happen. Things are going to be, you're going to hit multiple 10 of Cups moments, basically, because there's a lot coming in for you that talks about, you specifically, and your guides and everyone are trying to help you out, but you just have some self-doubts that they're trying to help you heal from, and you need to listen to them. Enter one step forward, one step onward. So I love this spiral. There's a lot of spiral. There's a lot of twirling going on here. The starfish technically circle. We have, the listening surrounding the elephant. There's a spiral behind the bear. There's a lot of spiraling going on with you. And spiraling, of course, we have multiple different cultural references to circles and spirals and things like that. So I feel like for this, one step at a time. Like I said, you're in a process of healing. You're needing to heal from a lot of different things. And so you're in a process of healing and moving on, moving forward, getting out of the headspace that you are nothing special compared to anybody else, because you really are, and your guides are trying to help you realize that as well. So for a lot of you with moving forward with your career, it's also understanding that your career right now, especially for some of you, like I said, artistic-y type of people, very creative people, whether you are, working on making your spiritual gifts your actual profession, however you're rolling with this, you're needing to understand that there are moments where you're going to need to continue to heal and work on yourself, and then that way your career can advance. And I have multiple friends who are artists, and they say they hit speed bumps, you get, writer's block, whatever it is, and you need to just keep moving, keep creating, keep going. Things will pop up when they pop up. It's just right now things are a little stagnant, but things are going to get a hell of a lot better very, very soon. So we're going to be drawing from my Peculiar Fragments deck. We're going to do a couple of these and see what we can get for group number 2. Okay. So the first one is the Jack-o'-lantern. This light will guide you on your journey and show you the way. You are led by tradition, and good luck is on your side. So like I was saying, there's a lot popping up for you that you're kind of like, oh, I can't do it, it's too hard, whatever it is, but you're needing to understand that you have so much on your side. You have your guides, your spirits. Everybody is really trying to help you out. You're just mildly self-sabotaging yourself and you need to knock it off. And then we have the wishbone. Good things come to those who wait. Wishes made and lady luck find their way to you. Make those wishes so they can come true. Hello? Things are happening. Things are going to happen for you. I know you feel a little stuck, stagnant, and disappointed right now, but things are going to be okay. So with this pendulum here, I want you guys to ask specifically what it is thinking in your mind right now. Whatever it is that's popping up in your mind for your career, however you want to look at that, and we're going to see what pops up for you. Again, this is a generalized collective reading, so this is kind of going to be like an en masse answer. So we're going to be seeing what group number 2 has for their answer specifically. So the circle is thinking. And this pendulum is a little heavy, so yes, it is actually moving me a little bit too. Okay. So whatever it was that you guys were thinking about, the majority of you did get a yes. I do want to ask a question of my own for you guys, for some of you that may not have been able to actually come up with a question or anything like that, because I know that sometimes I also cannot come up with one during these kinds of readings. So I'm going to ask specifically for group number 2, for the people that may not have been able to ask a question. Are they in... No, how do I want to phrase this? For group number 2, the people that feel like they are stuck right now, their guides are with them. They're going to get out of this funk. So what do I want to ask? I feel like a lot of this is like you already know. Like I keep getting, you already know, you already know. Like you guys know the answer to whatever it is specifically that you guys are thinking about. You know so much already, even if you feel like you don't. Like the wishbone and everything like that. Sitting here. Okay. I feel like I want to do like the turning the magician a right side up type situation. So for group number 2, should they write down and work on manifesting their dreams and desires because they haven't been lately? Ooh. Okay. That's a big yes. So work on manifesting. Turn that magician right side up, okay? Definitely a lot of you are needing to do that because you may not have done that fairly recently, or you just kind of gave up on it because you weren't seeing very fast results or whatever that is. So a lot of you are really needing to work on that. So we're going to be rolling this dice here and see what we can get specifically for your lucky number. We have a 4. 4 stands for stability. 4 is, you know, the structure, the foundation, everything like that, working on yourself. We have the 4 of Wands, 4 of Cups, everything. The 4 of Cups is really sticking into my head for this one, for that roll anyways, because the 4 of Cups is all about, you know, not focusing on, you know, the things that are going on right now, because there's so much better things on the horizon. Things are moving forward. You are going to be able to, you know, stand out from the crowd even just a little bit. It's okay. These things do take time, especially because I feel like for some of you, like I said, very artistic, creative type of people. You're more like, you know, your own boss, whatever it is. You're doing your own business, and you're kind of paranoid whether or not this was the right decision. And it was the right decision. You just need to work on manifesting exactly what it is, and things are going to come true for you. Luck is on your side, literally. Like you got, you know, 2 cards specifically from my own deck about luck, and things are going to be popping up and things are going to happen, everything like that as well. That is great. That is fantastic. But definitely pay attention to that, because your luck is going to be changing here, and I feel like it's fairly soon. Potentially with that 4, it could be within the next 4 months as well. So group number 2, y'all, this is what I have for you. Keep at it. You're going to be fine. It's going to be okay. And until next time, y'all, this is what I have for you. Know yourself and know your power. Bye. Hello, group number 3. If this is the one that you picked because you were curious about group number 3, or if you wanted the bloodstone for your specific crystal chosen, like I said, this is just more of the green variety, then this is going to be your career reading, money reading, however you want to look at that. I'm also going to be drawing, before I just gave it away, I'm going to be, forgot to say this, drawing a couple of cards from my Peculiar Fragments deck as well on camera. So get all of these out here. We're going to be starting with tarot. We have 5 of them. First one we have here is the 4 of Swords. We have the Death card. Try not to get a glare on these cards. We have the 2 of Swords. We have the Hermit. Oops. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles. Very interesting. So I feel like for a lot of you, it's definitely going to be a factor of, I feel like for some of you, you're really changing directions. You really looked inward. You really took account on what you wanted out of life, what you wanted out of your career, what you were thinking about doing in general for so many different things. But for career specifically, this is like needing to rest, taking a load off type situation. Something you changed within your life, something you specifically did, because with the 2 of Swords, it's like making those decisions, really going within, especially with the Hermit, going within, searching yourself in order to find that 10 of Pentacles. I feel like for a lot of you, you've taken a bit of a detour. You've changed careers potentially. A lot of you over the last probably about 6 months or so, a lot of you have really changed directions with your career, and you're doing something, but it's so much better, especially if you've just recently done it. You've just recently changed at the time that you're watching this video, whatever it is. It's leading to this 10 of Pentacles moment. It's leading to this happy ending, everything's going to be okay kind of moment. Everything's okay, even if things feel a little paranoid right now. You feel like these shadows are kind of creeping up on you. It's okay. Things are happening for the reason that they need to happen, to really let you go within, understand your own self, understand your power, and then it's going to lead to this 10 of Pentacles moment. Your next 2 cards we hear are the Bone Collector. The Bone Collector pops up. I mean, we have this like this wheel here, and then these animals and bones around her. This is all about understanding yourself. This is how I read this card. It's like understanding yourself as well. It's kind of like a hermit card a little bit. Understanding yourself, coming to terms with whatever it is that you are wanting to do. She's even sitting on a pentacle. It's understanding that there are divine things around you. There's things around you specifically that are helping to guide you to where you need to go. Call it intuition, gut feeling, following your heart, however you want to go with that. There's a lot of things within you that you're able to really go towards. That's why you're able to make the decisions that you do, is because you are guided in a very, very good way. The next two, that's upside down. The next card we have here is Talisman. Talisman, I feel like, is definitely finding that good luck charm, whatever that is, can kind of help you be in a headspace of like, I've got this. It gives you confidence. It gives you power in that way. Because a lot of the time when we have that good luck charm with us all the time, it could be a necklace, it could be a ring, it could be even just a stone you keep in your pocket. For some of you, you might have started carrying a bloodstone fairly recently, whatever that is. But just finding that talisman to really just help you feel strong and powerful and things like that, but also know that the power comes from you, not just the talisman. You work interchangeably and you have that energetic flow between the two of you to really make things happen. But know that the power does come from you. Your next two cards we have is the Canary Spirit with Sing Your Own Song. Exactly that. Sing your own song. Understand that you are, this little canary wearing this little crown here. You are, royalty. You are able to do exactly what it is you need to do because, like I was saying, you are divinely guided. You are able to really do what it is you need to do in a really good way because you are your own person and you understand that. Next one we have here is the Groundhog Spirit with Time to Let Go. Time to let go, I really feel like comes in for people when they are not in the headspace of I can't do it or whatever it is. Like maybe with this Two of Swords, you feel like, did I make the right decision? But I feel like a lot of you are needing to let go of that fear, let go of that doubt, understand that whatever it is that is your choice. I feel like for some of you, like I said, it's just that really, I feel like for a lot of you, it's just like going off and doing your own thing. Changing directions, doing something brand new, whatever that is, and it's kind of scaring the hell out of you a little bit. But definitely with the groundhog, understand that things are, there's a lot of work that you have to do. There's a lot of work that you have done already, and that needs to be celebrated. But you do need to recognize your own power. Recognize how much work you have done, but know that, the work that you will continue to do is definitely going to be worth it and lead to that Ten of Pentacles moment as well. Your next two, we have Full Spectrum. Full Spectrum, I feel like, is, especially because this is very sacral chakra. There we go. Wow. I kept wanting to think about it, and I was like, I'm going to say this wrong. The sacral chakra. So it's very much creative energy, very orange. The creativity that is flowing from you, within you, everything like that as well. I feel like you are really a very creative person, and therefore that needs to be let out, especially because, like I said, with that groundhog, that's also a very orange card. The Bone Collector, very orange card. You're a very creative type of person, so you're really needing to let that creativity out, because if you bottle it up because you're a little scared or you're not sure if this is the right thing to do, whatever it is, you're never going to make any progress type of situation. The Sound of the Universe is your next card. This one, again, we have a lot of orange. We also have a lot of purple. Like I said, divinely guided. Speaking your truth. If we're going to go talk with chakras. Sing your own songs. Speak your truth. Open up your mind. Open up your mouth and talk. I feel like for some of you, you tend to bottle your feelings up a little bit, and you really need to let that go. You need to stop letting other people dictate and control the decisions and the speech that you have, because you are this person that is, you have so much potential and you need to just let it out. Next one here, we have Channel Your Knowledge, Critical Judgment. What did I just say? Let it out. Critical Judgment, channeling your knowledge, channeling your self-worth, understanding that things are popping up, things are happening, things are moving forward in such a good way for you. Even though it seems a little scary, things are happening. You are literally, like I said, divinely guided. Things are happening. You have your guides and your ancestors, whoever you walk your path with, on your side. Next one we have here, again, a lot of orange. Sacred Divinity. There are two paths ahead. I feel like this one also happens to kind of like coincide a little bit with the Two of Swords. You're kind of like, should I stop now or should I keep going? And you definitely need to keep going. There are things that are happening that need to hit kind of like a little bit of a speed bump, but you're needing to really just grow. There's so much growth, there's so much amazingness that you have within you that you really need to let it go. Or let it grow, rather. Let go of the crap. Synchronicity is a love letter from the universe across time and space. So I feel like for a lot of you, you might be seeing some synchronicities happening. You might be noticing a lot of things popping up for you that's maybe a little too, it might happen too often for you to call it just a coincidence. So definitely understanding that these things that are popping up for you, these random opportunities that you get, that's like, oh, okay, that's fine. I guess I'll go do that. So it's like pushing you towards your path that you're supposed to be on. Definitely, I feel like for some of you, like I said, it's changing paths, it's changing careers, and definitely moving towards something that's going to be really, really good. So I'm going to be pulling from my Peculiar Fragments deck, if I don't drop all of these, to see what we can get for group number 3 and their career. Oh, okay. We're going to pull these 2 out, and I'm going to go find that other card. Oh, okay. So the first one that fell out, I recognized it as the Jack-o'-lantern. This light will guide you on your journey and shows you the way. You are led by tradition, and good luck is on your side. So I feel like, again, orange. Orange potentially could be some of y'all's lucky color. I know that it can be my lucky color as well. There's so much orange going on in this reading. I am obsessed with it. Very interesting that you got a green stone, but luck is on your side. Things are happening. You're being guided. Jack-o'-lantern literally is lighting the way and showing you where you need to go. It's little jack-o'-lanterns popping up, maybe not literally, but popping up here and there, little lights, little signs and signals that you get to go towards certain directions. That's exactly what that is. The next one we have is the full moon. The light of the full moon brings magic with an undercurrent of insanity. Mystery is part of the magic. It's time to shine. Let yourself shine. Let your spirit, let everything it is that you were thinking about shine through. I know a lot of people are a little paranoid, especially, like I said, you're scared of advancement a little bit. There's a lot of change that's happening that's making you a little paranoid, but definitely let it happen. So we have the pendulum that we're going to be doing for you guys. So think about a question, think about whatever it is that you're wanting to hear, whatever it is. This pendulum is a little heavy, so I might move the tiniest little bit, and I was not destined to be a surgeon, so I definitely don't have the steadiest of hands, but definitely see. Think about your question. So a circle is thinking. What can we get for group number 3? Okay. So, kicking up a little bit. So whatever it was that you guys were thinking about, it's a yes. It is a yes, wholeheartedly, 100%. For some of you that might not have been able to ask a question or think of one right off the bat, whatever it is, I do want to ask one of my own for you, which is, how do I want to phrase this? So let me see here. The career advancements that group number 3 is a little unsure about, are they a good thing? Are the career advancements that group number 3 is a little afraid of, is it a good thing? Here we go, we have another yes. So you guys are definitely needing to be creative, let yourself shine through, let your own creative juices and your own powers really come through. Like I said, if you feel like it'll help you to find that good lucky charm, then definitely do that. But there's a lot of you that really need to understand that the power does come from within. We're going to be rolling the lucky dice to see what we can get for you. And we got a 3. That landed pretty well, so I'm going to scoot that up a little bit. So 3 is kind of like the 3 of Wands, the 3 of Pentacles, all of that. So it's needing to really just grow. The 3 talks about mind, body, spirit, finding that creativity, whatever it is, finding that balance. The 3 also does come into play when it's okay to ask for help. When you feel like you're struggling, it's okay to ask for help. It's not a bad thing. You're not going to get made fun of, whatever it is. It's okay to ask for help, even if it's just asking for help from your guides. I want to do one more. I really do. Because I feel like there's like another card that needs to come out. That was pretty quick. We have the timepiece. Determination and time of your friends. There is no need to rush. All comes in due time. So I feel like for some of you, when you're a little paranoid, like nothing's going right, whatever it is, I keep doing this and nothing's happening, nothing's moving forward. It's okay. Breathe. Things are going to happen. Things are moving forward. Everything's going to work out. I feel like for a lot of you, I get very businessy. So for some of you, you could be starting your own business, whatever it is. As far as your career goes, I feel like for a lot of you, you might also, I feel like for some of you, you might be involved in, the occult, spiritual kind of world. And that might be why you're a little paranoid, is because you feel like you're kind of getting lost in the crowd, and that's not the case, which is almost the exact same message from the last group, which is interesting. So maybe if you teeter-tottered back and forth between 2 and 3, that's why. This is very similar reading. And I feel like for a lot of you, you're needing to really just grow. Let it go. Pull an Elsa and just let it go, because there's a lot that's going on for you that you really need to let go of. There's also a lot coming in. There's a lot moving forward. There's a lot of good things happening that you are needing to really understand that it's going to be okay. You are successful. It's going to work out. Just breathe. Okay, just breathe. All right. So group number 3, this is what I have for you. Definitely let me know how this resonates. I love hearing from you guys. And until next time, know yourself and know your power. Bye. Hello, group number 4. If this is the one that you picked because you were drawn to the number 4, or if you wanted the tiny little Amazonite, however you say this. I say Amazonite. It just sounds better. But if this is the one that you picked and this is going to be your career, money, job, businessy type of reading, we're going to start with your tarot cards. We have 5 of them. Oops, I forgot to say. So I'm also going to be drawing from my Peculiar Fragments deck as well. I'll draw a couple of cards from there too. So first one we have here is the 4 of Wands. Then we have the 5 of Swords. We have the Page of Swords. We have the 3 of Pentacles. And then we have the King of Pentacles as well. So right off the bat, I'm going to address the 5 because I know that kind of made some of you freak out. The 5 of Swords is popping up because I feel like for some of you, it's that fear of betrayal. It's that fear that things aren't going to work out, whatever it is. So you need to really become the page and learn about yourself, but also, the Page of Swords comes up and she's very analytical. The Page of Swords is analytical, knows when to make decisions, how to make decisions, knows how to analyze things in order for it to grow. So with the 4 of Wands, it's like, things are growing, things are happening, things are being stable, whatever it is. Your fear of losing that is kind of messing with you a little bit, but you do need to understand that being the Page of Swords, being analytical, I keep saying that, but that's the word that keeps screaming at me. Just understand that these decisions and things that you are making are going to work out. It's going to be okay. Things are happening. With the 3 of Pentacles, things are changing. Things are moving forward. Things are growing in such a great way. You also need to understand it's okay to ask for help when you need it, whatever that is. Ask help from your partner, however you want to look with that. And then with the King of Pentacles, really financial stability, being determined, strong, powerful, knowing exactly what it is you need to do when you need to do it. So I feel like this is very much like being very strong energy. You know precisely what to do. Even if you think about it, maybe be a little nerdy, make a pros and cons list, however you want to look at that. But you are, as far as your career goes, you're definitely going to advance. You're going to hit a moment of strength, stability, everything like that. You're going to have that 4 of Wands moment. Things are going to be okay. You are really advancing in your career. You're really hitting that point of being that King of Pentacles, really being strong and stable and really having the money that you need and then some. Next one we have is the Field of Dreams. Field of Dreams is coming up because it's literally all of your dreams and wishes and desires that you are wanting is going to be coming true. Whether that's finding your dream job or you're trying to figure out you know, a specific path, if you're worried about a new job, whatever it is, if you're worried about a job interview, your dream and your reality is going to become one, essentially. Next one we have here is ride the wave. So a lot of the times, especially when you're changing up careers, for some of you, you might be getting a brand new career or something like that. It can be a little interesting. Like I said, it's okay to ask for help, especially when you're struggling a little bit. Don't self-sabotage. Understand that things are happening. You know, it's that fear of betrayal, things like that. It's kind of messing with you, so you need to let that go. But of course, with this, you know, there are times where you do need to ride the wave because there's a lot coming in that is going to be a little crazy at first, but it's going to be, you know, calm waters after the fact. You're going to be able to really pull through in a really good way. Your next two that we have, if I can get them out of the pile. So the first one we have is the Parrot Spirit. Oh, I love this card. I love the whole deck, but I've never actually gotten this card in a reading, so there you go. Watch your words. So watch your words as far as that goes. Like I said, this is like knows when to speak, how to say it type of situation. So I feel like a lot of the times, especially when some of you are frustrated, you might say things you don't always mean. You'll just throw things out there because you're frustrated and you want this person to leave you alone, whatever it is. So if you're dealing with a coworker, if you're struggling with a coworker, just ask for help. It's okay, but definitely understand that just breathe. Walk away probably is going to be a good thing for some of you. The next one we have is Rabbit Spirit. Now is a lucky time for a lot of you, that good luck is on your side. It's definitely understanding and really growing and gravitating towards, like I said, becoming that more King of Pentacles energy with things moving forward. We do have that Four of Wands, that stability, that success story. So there's definitely a lot happening for you that's going to be talking about a lot of good luck coming your way. Your next two cards, we have the cards here. We have the Infinite. This is infinite possibilities. This is endless doors opening. Like I said, this is just everything that you ever wanted it to happen is really going to be coming in and happening for you. Like I said, that Field of Dreams kind of moment. The next one is Radical Expansion. Expansion. Things are happening. Things are moving forward. They're interchangeable in that way as far as explanation goes, but there's definitely a lot coming in for you that's like growth and change and power and becoming a lot more successful potentially than you even thought. You're kind of sitting there staring at yourself like, I didn't think that this would work, but here you go. It's working. It's growing. Things are happening. Things are moving. Things are changing. You're really able to, you know, like I said, you know, watch your words. Definitely pay attention to how you speak. I feel like for some of you, you could be you know, a person that is very charismatic, whatever it is, but also pay attention to, you don't agree to something that you actually don't want to do. I don't know where that came from, but that just popped into my head. So don't agree to something that you don't actually want to do, because that's never a good idea. Your next two cards here, we have Astral Travel with Caution is Needed. So with this, I feel like there's a cautionary period where you're wanting things to progress very quickly, whatever that is. There's a lot of expansion. There's a lot of good luck. Things are happening. Things are moving. Things are changing. You did get a good luck card, but I feel like for a lot of you, you're also needing to really be careful and not just jump for every single thing that comes your way, because a lot of the times it's going to be something that could kind of mess with you a little bit in a negative way as far as your career and things like that. Because a lot of times too, we are so greedy in a way, but we're just so hungry to actually advance our careers and just move forward and be successful, whatever it is. Like I said, don't agree to something you don't want to do. Just be careful, be cautious, make sure that you analyze things and make sure you weigh your pros and cons before you actually decide to do something. Next one here we have is the Spirit Messages with Observe Limitations. So understand your limitations and know where they come from. So a lot of the times when we are super excited about things, we don't really pay attention to them very often. We are kind of like, oh, this will be great. Sure, I'll do this. Oh, this will be great. Sure, I'll do this. And we kind of keep going in that weird vicious cycle to the point where it's not going to actually end up very well. But I feel like for a lot of you, you're really needing to understand where you yourself are coming from, how you want your career to go, where you want it to go, and if you have an end goal specifically, and really let those things bounce off of each other. Your next one here, we have Wanted Universe Creators. It says cells, organs, body, species, planet, solar system, and galaxy. So I feel like for a lot of you, it's really doing this, creating something, really working on things, even with that astral travel, really working on creating, like I said, where you want your business to go, how you want it to move, how you want it to function, whatever have you. Because for some of you, things are just moving at such a crazy fast pace that you're like, I don't know how to control this. So you need to just pump the brakes a little bit and really weigh your options, pay attention to your pros and cons list, and understand that wherever you want your things to go, how you want your career to advance, is within your reach, within your power. So we're going to be drawing from my Peculiar Fragments deck and what group number 4 has in store. So the first one, oh my god, this card is popular. First one is the Jack-o'-lantern. This light will guide you on your journey and show you the way. You are led by tradition and good luck is on your side. Another good luck card, but definitely understanding that you can create what you want to create, basically. You're able to really decide where you want it to go, how you want it to do, whatever it is that you are trying to make your career into. I feel like for some of you, you might be in the medical field. I don't know why that popped into my head just now. Which could also be like, pay attention to your words and things like that. Understand where you want your career to go, because you do have several options, whatever that is. So I feel like for some of you, you're really needing to grow into that point of really letting yourself understand where your career is going. So I've known a lot of people that have gone through like nursing school and things like that, and they hit this point where they're like, I don't want to do, whatever this is because I don't want that field. I want to be in this field. So it's gravitating and working your butt off to get where you want to be. Definitely understanding your limitations as well as a person and whatever career field you go into. Oh, come on. Can I get one more card, please? At least one. For group number 4. Thank you. The next one we have is the Tombstone. Now is the time to rest and recharge, take care of yourself, and learn to release stress and burdens that serve you no purpose. So, like I'm saying, for some of you, it's kind of like, pump the brakes, don't freak out, things are going to be okay. If you feel like things are moving too fast and it's not towards things you want to do, then you really need to just let yourself know why, basically. I do want one more, just because I want one more card. So what can we get for group number 4? Woo! Okay. Oof, I hate when the cards fall on the floor. So we have the Skull. For when one life ends, another begins. We are being called to see the parts of your life that need to die off and be reborn. So for some of you, that really is that field of dreams. If you're wanting to change things up, then you have the ability, creation, whatever you have it, to let it go and just create whatever it is, like expansion and just moving on and things like that. Really create the life that you are wanting to live. So, going to be doing the pendulum. Whatever question it is that you're really thinking about, whatever question you were wanting answered about your career, let it come through. For group number 4. That was quick. Okay. Group number 4. So circle is thinking. Group number 4. Okay. So this is an en masse question or answer, really. So for most of you, whatever it was you were thinking about is a no. But for some of you that may have not been able to think of a question or whatever it was, or you had so many thoughts going on in your head that whatever answer it was that popped up for one specific thought might not have been an actual no. So I do want to ask a question for that. So, obviously you're needing to slow down a little bit. Some of you do need to ride the wave and understand that things are going to happen when they happen. But for some of you, you're needing to back off a little bit and not be so Speedy Gonzalez when it comes to a lot of things. So I want to ask the question of, for group number 4, and again, this is a generalized en masse kind of question answer situation. So for group number 4, I feel like it's going to be this year, period. Like, but also then the next 2 months, and I don't know why 2 is sticking out of my head. So let me see here. So same kind of concept. So for group number 2, the next 2 months, are they going to be career advancing for this group? Okay. So the next 2 months are going to be pretty significant for a lot of you when it comes to your career. So 2 months is definitely going to be something for you. 2 months is happening. 2 months, the next 2 months of whatever time that you're watching this, the next 2 months are definitely going to be interesting for you, okay? So with this, we're going to be seeing what is popping up for your lucky number in whatever way it needs to. So we got a 1. So with the 1, focus on yourself, focus on your career, focus on your path. Understand that you yourself are really able to take yourself even further. So a lot of the times we get kind of stuck on, oh, I work for a company, I'm not able to advance any further. But you can also change companies, you can change jobs, you yourself are able to change what you don't like about your career and your money situation right now. You can advance that. You are able to take control and do what it is you want to do specifically. And that's kind of what Amazonite also stands for, is a stone of truth. It's a stone of opening up and speaking your mind. Really, watch your words, but definitely just be calm about it. Like, this is a calming stone as well. This is a stone of really growing and really changing things up and whatever that is. So I feel like for a lot of you, you're really changing things up, which is good. So group number 4, things are happening, things are changing. Some of you need to slow down a little bit, but a lot of you need to really kick things up and really, really push yourself in the way that you've been thinking that you want to push yourself. Okay? So, this is interesting, but definitely group number 4, this is what I have for y'all. And until next time, know yourself and know your power.